Hi guys, Colesy, and today we're going to be looking at something, a little toy that I've bought myself. It's this little thing here. It's called an Hohem iSteady. It's a mobile phone gimbal. I've been wanting a gimbal for a while. If you don't know what gimbal is, it's effectively it's a way of holding your phone or a camera, etc. It's really to help stabilize your footage when you're filming. There's motors in here, which mean that no matter which way I tilt it, it will keep the camera steady and sort of help remove some shaking. So, like I said, this is the Hohem iSteady X. I bought this on Amazon. I think it was about £69–70, I think. So not too expensive, actually. It's a really fun little thing, so I wanted to make a video on it. It's not necessarily something I always do. Don't tend to always make a video every time I get a new piece of like fun little tech stuff. But in this case, I figured it was worth doing because it is kind of cool and maybe some of you guys would be interested. It charges by USB-C and pretty much it's this thing. I mean, this little extra bit on the bottom isn't actually well, it's not connected. I mean, it's a little tripod bit that comes with it that you just screw onto the bottom. Don't have to have it on. It's a little extra tripod if you want to actually stand it on a desk, etc. It's basically this. It comes with a charging cable and stuff as well. But this is pretty much it. It's this little device now. It looks kind of weird now because it's all folded up. But I will unfold it and get my phone in it so I can sort of show you guys how it works. I've also got some test footage I can show you guys as well of it actually, you know, physically working. Otherwise, that would be kind of rubbish if I was just telling you how good it was without showing you. So I've got some footage of that. The phone is in here now. It is not turned on, which means the phone will wobble around and stuff. It's got two buttons here and like a joystick control thing. This one turns it on. So if we hold it, it lights up the button and it turns on. And then the phone be staying still, boy. Look at that. That's pretty cool. There's multiple settings that you can have it on. Like you can have it on, I can't remember, I don't know what setting this is, but basically you could hold it like that and I can move my arm. I mean, it does flip. It rotates the phone automatically when it's upside down, but you could hold it sort of like sideways. You can use the stick as well to sort of rotate it around. So if I want to like face it at you guys, I want to do like a pan shot, then this is all just doing this. If I turn and rotate my hand, so if I just rotate my hand, you'll see that the phone is following. That is one of the settings. Like I said, there's multiple settings to it depending on what you want. So we can change it by, I believe we just do this. So if we hold this first button and push once, that changes that. I think that's probably the first one that it started with. Okay, now it's fully locked. So now you can see that I'm twisting and like you can see the whole back of it's moving, but the phone is staying completely steady. So this is like the steady short one, I guess. 4, oh yeah, 4 is completely like, so it follows when I twist and when I tilt. Let me just show you, when I tilt, it does tilt the phone as well. So everything kind of, it's following in every direction on every axis, I guess. My favorite one is this one though, that just stays steady everything no matter what, because I think that's really cool. Like you just do the phone and go the phone stays really steady. Also, you can have it portrait if you want it. You push the on button once and it does that. Again, that still looks kind of cool, and the fact that I can just move it all around and the phone stays really steady. And then we just tap that button. It does come with an app that you have to link it to. Now, there's a couple of things with the app. Getting it set up wasn't actually difficult. It seemed to work perfectly fine. Gets it up fairly quickly. It also has this little switch on the side here, which is for zooming in and out via the app, but also you can set it on the app to do focus. So if you want to say focus on something really close and then use this to change the focus to something further away, you can alter the focus. It's actually a very nice thing to be able to use because I'm pretty sure the standard phone camera app that I have on here, this is a OnePlus 6T, I think, my phone. The standard camera app that comes on this phone doesn't have a focus thing, I don't think. It's not as quite as simple to use as the one that comes with the gimbal itself. One little thing that's a little slight annoyance with the app is just it doesn't record 60 FPS. So this phone can do 60 FPS and like 1080. I'm not sure it can do 60 FPS 4K. I think it's only 30 4K. Anyway, natively can record 1080p 60 frames per second, but in the app you are limited to 30. But you can just use your normal phone app, your normal camera app, and the gimbal still works. Like the phone's not even on now, but nothing's open on the phone yet. Obviously you can see that the gimbal still works. Oh look, you can see me. Hello, there I am. The gimbal still works no matter what you're using. But when you're using the app, you get certain features like the zoom and the focus switch. Other than that, you can change the settings. You can change like the mode by just tapping the buttons. You can also recenter the phone by double tapping the on button, and the phone will recenter itself, which is always handy because sometimes, you know, you'll lean it down and then you'll bring it back up and it's a bit of a wonky angle because you've maybe overdone it a little bit. Having something like this, it's kind of a fun little toy. Like, I don't necessarily need it, but I want it because it's nice to be able to do more professional feeling, professional looking like shots with it. Like, if I want to do some like close-up shots of like an item, then this is definitely what I'm going to go for. I've done a few little bits with it for a previous video to try and practice with it, I guess, because like it's a little bit of a learning curve, like trying to be able to like have it and then like zoom in and like you're doing like a pan shot and you're moving it across, and having this means that you're able to do those things. Just gives me that little bit of extra ability to try and do a few different shots and different things, which I think is cool. And maybe doing vlogs and something would be easier with the fact that I can do this and the phone stays steady and you don't have to stabilize the footage so much because you're not shaking all over the place. So I'll get some comparisons of like walking upstairs, walking around, things like that with the phone, like how useful the gimbal is compared to when you're not using it. Like, you can get fairly steady footage with a phone in general. You can kind of like pin your arms in and hold the phone, and like having that sort of stability, holding it rock steady like that, you can do it. But if you're just holding your phone like this, like with your hand, you're going to be a bit shaky and the footage is going to be not quite as good. And you're also not going to be able to do kind of the cool effects where you like zoom along, zoom around. It does also have a couple of other cool features. It has face follow, so you can set it, again, this is in the app itself. You can set it to follow your face, which means that basically, say if I have it sat on the desk here, if I have the phone sat here with face follow on, then wherever I move, the actual camera will follow me, the phone will follow my face, it will track me, which is kind of cool. It's something that, if you've seen my recent, what's it called, broadcast, NVIDIA broadcast video, they've actually introduced a very similar feature, which is face tracking, where you can set that up using an RTX graphics card, where that will follow your face and track it for streams and videos and stuff. This is kind of does a similar thing, but it does it obviously in the gimbal itself and in the app. It will follow your face. It also does the same thing with object tracking. For example, if I was doing a little video of like a product or something, then I could probably just pick that out and then sort of follow it around. That would probably be a pretty cool shot. All in all, I've always thought gimbals were cool, and having a little kind of cheapish one, it wasn't too expensive. It wasn't super cheap. I mean, it was £70-ish, I think. It's really good for what it does. Like, it's really cool and it does do what it does and it does feel quality and it's decent. But at the end of the day, it's using a phone. I haven't got a gimbal that's going to be usable for, say, my big camera, because that would need to be a lot heavier. Obviously, this is sort of limited to being able to use a phone. But phones have such good cameras on and are capable of such good video nowadays that I can get a nice 4K smooth video using this thing, which would be a lot more difficult with my larger camera. There's positives and negatives to using a camera and using a phone and stuff, and obviously with a camera you get a little bit more control, you've got interchangeable lenses, but the ease of being able to carry something like this, like even the phone and this gimbal probably still weighs considerably less than my camera does. So obviously this is a lot easier and a lot more portable to use. So, you know, I think this is really cool. I just thought it was a really cool thing that I want to show you guys. So yeah, it's my little Hohem little gimbal. It's a iSteady X. Not too expensive. I would highly recommend it if you're looking for a sort of a phone gimbal thing to do some cool shots with. But I just wanted to do a sort of a shorter little video where I can show this off. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe if you did, and please do check out some of the little B-roll footage and the comparison footage that I will get of this. And I will see you guys next time. Bye! See, like I can wave with this hand.